Here we are at the beginning of me putting together this Nickelodeon. It's 110 years old. This is the stained glass, as you can see, and what they call the piano desk, this piece of wood going across this, that I had to remove just to do all the tubing in here. And just to give you an idea what that looks like, it'll be a little dark, but there's all pieces of tubing. There's thousands of tubings running through here, and also these instruments I installed: the Glock, the drum, the tambourine, the wood block. The cymbal will be going in front, and this is what it looks like with the piano desk off. 45 hoses so far, and this is what it looked like before. And I added these instruments in so far, and we're kind of getting there. No music, no lights, nothing's been added yet. I don't have the electricity in, and on the next video you'll see right after this, it'll be probably about 4 months down the line. I'm holding in my hands is one of the pneumatics that make everything in this Nickelodeon work. Everything works on air power. Where you see the brass intake valve there, a hose goes, and then for instance, this one has a little drum beater on it. The two hoses will make this beat the cymbal or the drum or the triangle. It has to be mounted correctly, exactly in the right spot, to the right note on the piano, or it won't hit at the right time. How this works very quickly is the paper roll, which you're seeing at the bottom now, has holes in it. And when the hole opens up, the vacuum sucks in air and makes this device actually pull in. When it pulls in, it beats the note with the hammer on the end. And these devices are all through the Nickelodeon. There must be about 35-40 of them total in there that makes each note work. For instance, this drum will beat the same way once it hits the right note, and everything plays together. I just want to show you what my floor looks like, because I've been drilling, sawing, and doing quite a bit of work. I know this doesn't look much like anything to you, but what this is actually a woodblock instrument that works with one of those devices I showed you before. When the air sucks in, it actually hits the woodblock, and when you hear the Nickelodeon play, you'll say, that's not so great here, but when it does play, you will think quite a bit more of it. So this is on solid oak, and this is how I finish up instruments. It's all mounted, and this will be mounted inside in the correct spot. The hose will be put to it, one intake and one outtake, and I think you'll enjoy it. Well, this is a day I've been waiting for. It's 3 years later, from the warehouse where I worked on it to my home where I worked on it. All the oak is finished. The keys have all been cleaned and redone. I have 10 instruments in here, which I'll show you in a second what they are. I have about 35 yards of hose running through this unit, and I would say when I finished up, it's almost 50 of those devices that I showed you that actually plays the notes in every which form. The stool below is also from about the same time period, which is about 100 years old, that has fully been also restored. To tell you a quick story, it had 13 coats of paint that was stripped off of this and then totally refinished. It's also oak. I'm going to start in this corner right here and show you that we have the bass drum with 3 beaters on it for the different notes. And then over here we have a cymbal with a beater on it. And then we have the glockenspiel, which has separate beaters on it and separate hoses to every note. And then over here we have a handheld shaker, and on the bottom we have the red shakers And what they really are maracas, small maracas, if you can see that. And it's all surrounded by a tambourine, so when it beats, they all shake together. A very important object, as I stated before, is the wood block. It keeps a very good beat also. We're going to move to the bottom of the unit now, where we have a triangle and a snare drum. This isn't lit up yet because we haven't put the money in it. I hope you can see it. And then we have the paper roller, which has all of the 15 songs on each roll, and it has an automatic rewind unit that will rewind it at the end of the roll. And then we have a 25-note accordion, which also plays with a piano and is a very, very big asset to this device. What you are looking at is a Tiger Oak 1904 Nickelodeon. It has 10 instruments, and I fully restored it within a 3-year period. There's about 55 to 65 little tubes in the top and about the same in the bottom. It's all worked by air, and the holes in the roll work with a vacuum. When the vacuum pulls in air, it makes the note actually pull in and work. Well, enough talking. We're going to show you exactly what it does.